Understanding your life story and your traumas is very important. Welcome to day 44 of the No Gardening Challenge. Now, once again, people, I ain't no doctor, but knowing your life story and knowing your traumas can help you identify why you're the way that you are and why you do some of the things you do. We hear the word trauma, and as a society, we typically think of war or abuse, and of course, those are traumatic. But other things can be traumatic too, like abandonment, for example, being ignored, getting shut down when you're trying to express an emotion, being a parent to your parents, getting shamed in front of others, no one teaching you how to regulate your emotions correctly. And one important point about trauma is that it's not really about what happened, but how it made you feel. I was actually remembering something from when I was little, and to give a bit more context, I was born in Cuba, and when I was 4 years old, my mother had to leave the country and left me with my grandmother, which of course at the time I didn't understand. And I would throw my tantrums, or I would lash out, or whatever. I wanted to be with my mother. And my grandmother, you know how the saying goes, God bless her soul, but she did the best she could at the time, but she didn't have the appropriate tools to help me out. I remember she would give me diazepam to calm me down. And that's how I remember the events happening. But then I called my mom real quick, because I now have the privilege to stay in communication with my mom, and my mom tells me things how they happened, and she reminded me that at that time a psychologist sent me that medication. And still, that's crazy, because I now understand that, of course, that definitely changed the chemistry in my brain and everything like that. But yeah, I remember that. If you have the possibility, I would highly recommend talking to your parents, or perhaps someone that really knows your story, because that could help you find some answers. Damn, you guys are really getting to know me, huh? But I'll be back tomorrow. Peace.